Hello and welcome back to my channel. And today I would like to talk about something that I usually do. And I was just playing my a session here in my table, and I decided that maybe it would make sense to share one thing that I do that might be useful to you. Um, what I'm playing right now is a Year Zero Mini uh, game. Uh, and the reason that I'm playing this game is of course to have fun, but I'm still I'm testing the system, and I am trying to prepare some events that could happen in my hex scroll adventure that I have been running with my group. Actually, I am the GM and I am running this kind of sandbox slash hex scroll stuff. Um, and I like to create everything by using random tables and so on. But of course, during the sessions, it takes a lot of time. So what I do is I spend some time and I play my solo sessions on my world, and I try to create these encounters, features, and so on previously. So, and this is what I'm doing right now. So, as far as source materials are concerned, I am using just a few things. I'm using this table here, and actually I can show you the PDF, and this is the document. I've got these from on Reddit, and this is a really good material. Actually, this is a person that used to be, or it still is a GM, and he or she are used to play Forbidden Lands, and they just decided to create these tables that are useful. What I do like here is that relies only on these sixes uh, for everything. So just to see if there is an encounter or not, you just roll a d6 and yeah, and event from the Game Master Guide. And sometimes I use as well the Game Master Guide from Forbidden Lands, and yeah, place a monster, and it relies mainly on Game Master Guide, of course, from Forbidden Lands. But there are some abstract tables that I like too, because these tables you just roll a d6 and a d6, and then you can have a variety of stuff here. So it's a really good source material. Unfortunately, I do not have the link anymore, but if you want to check it by yourself, just look for sandbox tables, or maybe dramatist of mind. Maybe you will be able to find it. And apart from it, what I have is, of course, the Heroes of Adventure referee's guide. And I said of course because my campaign that I'm running currently is based on Heroes of Adventure. So I said that I usually prefer the sixes, as I'm playing a sister that only uses the sixes, but sometimes, as you know, this book has a lot of useful tables, so I like to use them sometimes. So the game that I'm running is in my world that I have created uh, for my campaign, and this is the map for it. Currently, my players are playing mostly in this area here, but they already moved to this cave down below. And as I have this area too, and they might come here soon, I usually what I do, I just play and then try to populate or roll some encounters, events, and so on, just to see what happens. So basically this. So this is what I'm going to do right now. And I'm just going to continue. My characters, one is called Lyra Silver Mist, and she is an outcasted human rune mage. And rune magic is something that we have on Heroes of Adventure, so I just took this as a inspiration, and I created my character. And the other one is Aiden Wildheart, that is a savage half elf, and actually it was written here wildlings, but I just wrote half elf in the end just to be easier to share this with you guys, for those people that are not familiar to Heroes of Adventure. And he is a beastmaster, so they are together and they have their conviction, impulse, and so on. I just wrote everything here. And the Aiden Whiteheart has an owl called Aurora, and Lyra Silvermist has a magic runic feather that she used to draw runes on things in order to cast her magic. And yeah, and they are here for a reason, but this is not the focus of the video. What they are going to do now is they are going to explore this world, and for that, as I said, I need to roll and see what they find. So I can just roll my dice here and move on the map as I see. So I'm going to move to this direction, and I'm going to roll in this table to see if they have an encounter. So these sixes, the black is the first one, and I roll a 6 and a 5, and a 6 and a 5 says abstract roll. So I need to roll in this table in the end. So I'm going to roll in this table. So for that I need a d6 and additional d6, and I'm going to roll it, and I have 1 and 1 and a 5. So 1 and 1 and 5 is little or little. So little what? Little 1, 5, 6. So 1, 5, 6 mind. Little mind. So they find something related to little mind. Little mind, I think little mind could be something is not smart. So I think that they find something or someone that is not smart. Okay, what I see here is the first thing that actually came to my mind is usually, at least in my native language, when we want to say that someone is stupid, we call them donkey. I know that donkey is not a stupid animal, but for some reason we use this word very often. You say you are a donkey, like you are stupid. So as I imagine this, little mind means that someone is stupid. I think that, and I just it reminds me of a donkey. I think that we find here some kind of we have a river. So what I think is that as we have a river, I think we have some kind of, maybe not swamp, but maybe an area with mud, and we have a caravan that was carrying maybe resources from this village to this village, and it is currently stuck in the mud. And this is the event. So what I do now is I just write this down, that okay, we have a caravan stuck in the mud. I could try to actually see further information about this and just take note about everything. So we can define this right now. So just as a draft, I can say it's hex. Let me see, the hex number is 1347, and I can say caravan stuck it, and maybe I can just roll who these people are. I could still use this abstract table, Or in this case, I could use any other source to generate NPCs. And as I do have NPCs in this book, I'm going to use it right now. So let's see, 40. So they are common. They are merchants. I'm not sure how to say this. So let me just try to roll occupation, what they do, who they are, what they do. So occupation, 2. So common folk. So peasant. Okay, so simple people, peasants. So let me write this. We have a group of peasant. How many do we have? Maybe a d6. 3. So 3 peasants. And I could just roll to see how they react to us, if they are friendly or if they are not friendly. And for that we have the reaction table here. So let me roll 16, and the reaction table says favorable, good outcome. Okay, so they are favorable. So favorable. Okay, so I already have an encounter in this hex. Great, cool. And what I can do is interact with it and see what happens, what kind of further information we would have. For instance, the first thing probably that I would do, or my party would do, is ask their name, right? So let's just try to roll some names as well. So the first person is Edwin. So we have Edwin. Maybe one of them is a woman, and it's 7. It's Gabriella. So Gabriella, Edwin, Gabriella, and the fourth one is Davos. Maybe they are a family. Maybe this is the father, this is the mother, and this is the son, and they are trying to sell stuff. Or maybe, let's see, are they moving? Are they arriving to this city, or are they leaving? I'm not sure. So let's say, are they arriving? Maybe they are moving, as I said. Maybe they are moving from this village to this village. So are they moving? And let me roll here, and I use one page solo engine for that. Basically this is yes or no. So I'm going to say, if it's 50% the likelihood, for instance, it's going to, if I roll 4, 5, or 6, it is a yes. And this is just the die that tells me that if we have an and or a but. So 1 is but and 6 is and. So let me roll. Are they moving to this city? And yeah, so it's a no. They are not moving to the city. So what I think is that they are trying just to, they are just stuck at here for some reason. Maybe they live nearby. They do not live in the village. Maybe they are coming to this village to sell their stuff or to deliver their stuff. So this is what I know right now. So they need some help, and we see them, and as I said, they are favorable. And I just play my game. Okay, what I think is Aiden sees this. Who sees this first? Let's see. It's not so difficult, right? I think that Aiden is leading the way. Lyra is not so familiar to the wilderness. And Ada is a beastmaster. He's a half elf as well. He's a savage half elf. Actually, he's used to these environments, but they are getting close to the city. They see these people in need of help. So I think that Lyra, of course, says, hello, do you need some help? And of course they say that they need some help, and this is stuck it, and I think they need to try to push. I think that the only person that can try to do this, it's not Lyra. Lyra is not so strong, but Aiden complains a lot. But for some reason he agrees. Let's see. Maybe Lyra just says, try to convince him. So I'm going to just to use these just to see. So I'm going to have a oppose roll. So Lyra has empathy of 3. So this is her 3 dice of empathy. Let's see. She's a rune mage, and I just imagine that she is outcasted because I have a background for it. I will not bring this, but as she is a mage, she knows how to talk. She's not a bard and so on, but maybe she has, I would say, 1 die at least, because she knows how to convince people, and actually she is a charming person as well. So 1 more die. And yeah, but Aiden, this guy never trusts people, and maybe he does not like them as well. So although they are together, it doesn't mean that he will do everything that she tells. So I think he's going to try to resist by using his wits, and he has 4 wits. And let's see who wins this conversation. And actually, yes, he has 1 success, and she does not have any success. So what I see here is that Lyra tries to convince Aiden to help these people, but he just says no. And actually, he sees that this donkey is suffering because it has been carrying their stuff. So Aiden actually decided to release the animal instead of helping this family. So he just go there and release the animal. And I think, of course, that the admin probably will oppose this, but he's just a peasant, and he just tried to say, please, this animal is the only thing that we have that help us on moving stuff. Please don't do this. And Ada says, I don't care. This animal is in pain. You should not do this. Animals are free. They need to believe in the nature and so on. And he just tries to release the animal. So I don't think, actually, I think actually that these Edwin probably would try to avoid this to happen. So I would roll a strength for Aiden, but Aiden has 3 strength, and as he is a beast master against a peasant, I think that he will have 2 dice from his concept, and as he has this, I would say, strong bond to the nature, I think that he would have an additional die. And let's roll and see if he can not fight, but try to force his way and release this donkey. And yes, he does, and pretty well, because he has two successes. So I think that Edwin just tried to say, please do not do this, and Aiden just pushed him, and he falls on the floor, and Aiden just released the donkey, hits it in its back, and this donkey just run away. And then the family is there crying and complaining and so on. Yeah, so I already have an encounter in this hex, meaning that I can move to another run. So let's move to this hex here, and let's see if something happens. And I have a 1 and a 1, and it is nothing. So nothing happens in this hex. So I can just take note as well that 1, 2, 4, 6, nothing happens. Okay, another hex. Let me move to, let's see, they are here. They could come to this direction, so I'm going to move to this one. And then I have another hex, 1, 1, 4, 6. We roll, let's see if something happens. And it's a 1 and a 4, so nothing as well. Great, nothing happens here. So we already spent the morning moving here, then the afternoon, so let's stay here, and this is the last hex for the day. And I have a 6 and a 6. So again, I have an abstract role. So let's see what could be this abstract role. So 6, 4, and 6. So 6, 4, and 6. Tribe. Oh, tribe. Okay, let me just tribe. And what else? Tribe, tribe, tribe. It's a 1, 2, and 1. Stone. Okay, tribe and stone. So this is a forest that we have here, but it's close to the mountains. So what I think is that we have some kind of tribe living in these mountains. Maybe we have a village made of out of stone, or maybe, yeah, I think, or maybe actually maybe we could have this kind of ancient stone. Yes, I think that we have some kind of landmark here, like a ancient stone. So I'm just write down this ancient stone. So I imagine something like a stone like this, with some kind of runes carved into it. Yeah, so what I think that as soon as we see these, they are exploring this area for some reason. I think Lyra would try to see if she can feel magic in this stone, if it is, or maybe first she would try to read these, as she is a rune mage. So I would roll for it. So she has wits, 3 dice. She is a rune mage, so she has 2 from his concept, and I think that's it. So she's going to try to read this, what is written in this stone, and she has a success. Great. So she's able to read this, but what is written there? No clue. Let's try to see. Once again, this table, 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Calm, calm. Okay, so calm. And 2, 2, and 5. Calm look. Calm look. Okay, I think the message needs to bring some kind of... The message should be related to this calm look. So maybe this stone actually is not only a stone. Maybe there is some kind of ruin close to it, because I think calm could be like rest in peace. So it's like a tombstone now, a bigger one, a huge one, and maybe there is a crypt nearby. So now what I have here is a small cricket. Have I said this correctly? So yeah, so this is good. I don't think that it's huge actually. I think it's small. Uh, Even because I already have a dungeon here, so I don't want to have two side by side, but I could have actually. So maybe I could just ask the Oracle, is it big? So we have this kind of tomb here. Is it big? So I would say 4, 5, 6 is a yes. Is it big? The answer is no. Okay, so it's not big. So I would say it's just one room. Maybe we have these. Is it in a good shape? And I would say probably not. So it's only yes if I roll a 5 or 6 here. Is it in a good shape? And the answer is no and no and. So it's not in a good shape and actually it is in ruins. So we have ruins. It's ruined. Okay. I think they would try to search the place to see if they can find something useful. Can they? Would they find something useful here? Or maybe actually Lyra would try to see if there is some kind of magic nearby. Is there a reason for that? I don't think so. So instead of trying to see if there is some kind of magic here, they already wrote these. They read these already, and this is a message like here, someone rest here, rest in peace. It's something really old. We already know that. So maybe it used to belong to the native people, maybe that used to live in this region, and yeah, because we yeah, it was tribal, right? So yeah, so I think it is some kind of yeah, I think maybe nearby, maybe in this hex or this hex, we have some kind of tribal village or some kind of native people living here, and here they have their graveyard or cemetery or something like this far away, and they have these. Yeah, so now I have a lot of ideas, and I usually just take notes up on everything, but as I'm recording this video I can check this afterwards. So this is a graveyard. Yeah, and they do not notice this at the beginning, so they just see this stone and there is this graveyard. Is there any danger in this graveyard? I think it might be possible that we have some kind of undeads here, right? Maybe, I'm not sure. So let's ask the Oracle. Is there any danger? So 4, 5, 6, I would say yes. But the answer is no. No, there is no danger here. Okay, so it's just a graveyard. Is there anything special that they can find here? I would say it's not so. I don't believe on it. So 5 or 6. Is there something useful here? And the answer is no. Okay, so it's just a graveyard. Okay, so it's a graveyard. Ancient stone and a graveyard. Okay, that's it. So this is the last hex, and they need to rest. Would they rest close to this graveyard? Probably. So let me just try to roll a making camp, because I use the Forbidden Lands framework to play this year 0 mini adventure. So the guy that's going to make camp is Aiden, because Aiden has 4 wits, so 4 wits, and he has he's a beast master, so he's not actually I wouldn't say that he has 2 dice for his concept, but maybe just 1, at least 1. And he has his owl. Yeah, his owl can help him on finding food, but I wouldn't say that it can help him on making camp. So 5 dice. Let's see if he succeeds. And yes, he does. Great. So a success, meaning that he set the camp and they are able to rest. We only have 2 people. I could just roll to see if we have some kind of encounter during the night. Let's see if they can sleep. 4 and 3. 4 and 3 says a place. So yeah, we already have a place. So we already have something. We already have the graveyard. So I could just try to roll to see. You already have actually even the burial site. And this is what I meant. So if I roll, it's a 3, a landmark. Okay, we have the stone. So we already have this graveyard. So it doesn't make sense that they are sleeping in. They just find this graveyard because they are preparing to sleep. So they just sleep there the whole night without having any problem. I could have rolled a monster or an NPC, but I haven't. So let's just move forward. So they rest. They start the other day, and I can move to this, but I already actually can move to this hex, but I already know what I have here. And one thing that actually I need to do is I need to generate the dungeon, because right now my party is at the entrance, but I haven't created the dungeon. And similarly to what I'm doing right now, I create my dungeons randomly. So I just use all the tools that I have for solo adventures, and I roll my dungeon, and I plan and I play on it as well. So I could just maybe move my group to this hex, and I already know what I have here. I have this huge, not huge actually, it's a medium dungeon here, and I need to generate this. So, and I think that this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to generate this dungeon, but I'm going to do this off cameras, and I will play it later by using User Mini, the system that I am testing, and I am having a good time by playing it. So this is what I'd like to share in the end, just to tell you that this is one of my processes to prepare my group game sessions. And if you haven't thought about this yet, I hope that it could be helpful to you. I see that there are a lot of GMs that prepare their adventures by trying to think hard and even create some using some kind of generators and so on. And sometimes people do not have fun on doing it. So in my case, I do have fun because I use my tools, I prepare the events, and I test systems as well. So I think this is great. So this is my topic for today. I hope you like it, and see you next time. Bye bye.